So I was sitting there, and suddenly it popped into my head that I can't remember an installation that I've gone to where the minister has charged the other minister. Meaning that I have to live with whatever I say. That was the big lightning bolt. But I'm not going to change anything. This is a very exciting time. Exciting for me, exciting for you, I know, exciting for this congregation. And I hope that those of you who are not part of this congregation get a feel for just how excited we are. But ever since you asked me to do this charge, I have been wrestling with, thinking with, sitting with, reflecting on those brilliant inspirational words of W.E.B. Du Bois, who said that today is the accepted time, not tomorrow, nor some other convenient season. Love that language. Some other convenient season. It is today that our hours begin, our work begins. Not some future day, not some future year. It is today that we fit ourselves for the greater usefulness of tomorrow. Today is the seed time. Now are the hours of our work. And tomorrow comes the harvest. Tomorrow comes the playtime. And nowhere could I find any commentary on that. That's one of the nice things about Judaism, these wonderful words, and then you can find thousands of years of commentary. And I'm not sure what Du Bois meant by all of that, so let me hazard a guess. That he said, don't waste your time. Do it now. Don't waste for you your ministry. Don't waste this congregation's time. Don't waste your colleagues' time. Do it now. Plant the seeds. And eventually will come the harvest. And don't think that just because you're doing the ministry that it's going to work. It may not work. But don't give up. Don't give up. Now is the accepted time. Not tomorrow. Not some convenient season. But now. John and I have talked a lot about a destination, a vision that we share. Well, it's a destination, it's a vision. It's an ideal that we share with this congregation that you have already heard about. This is not something that just happened last June. The act of calling John was, but this has been a part of this congregation's vision since at least 1995, if not longer than that. And so we share a destination, we share a vision of where it is we want to go. But you know what? We've got this map, and you can't read the names of all the roads that are supposed to take us there. And we know especially that this map has none of the detours. It doesn't have any of the potholes that are left over from the storm this winter. It doesn't have, those signs that say, ahead lane changes, and then you get to the lane changes and it looks like whoever put down the stripes was a little tippy. What lane am I supposed to be in? Our map has none of that. But we share a common destination. We think we know at least, where it is we want to go together and with this congregation. So part of my charge to you, John, is even though we aren't necessarily sure how we're going to get there, part of your ministry is to keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes on the prize and hold on. Hold on. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to meet his family is I don't know what you fed John when he was a youngster. He has more than made up with it for his spirit. I don't know if it was Cheerios or Wheaties or some special Methodist cereal that they get, but this man has more spirit than anybody I have encountered. It is ferocious. It is infectious. It is bold. And that's why we love him so much. Bold spirit. You are ready to fly because of that spirit. You are ready to fly. And I want you to take us on that flight. But keep your eyes on the prize and hold on to your soul. Hold on to your soul. Because every congregation won't give back what you give. You need to take care of yourself. We have a common minister, not a colleague in the ministry, but of a different church, a middle collegiate church in New York City, a former minister there, Gordon Dratt, who said that ministry is all about keeping one foot in the center and the other foot dangling over the edge. Well, you've got the dangling over the edge part really down. That's that spirit. But you've got to keep one foot in the center, and that's taking care of your soul. That's taking care of your soul. You've got to keep that flame of the chalice burning in your soul. There's a wonderful story that is told that points me in this direction. It's a story that is told about Dana McLean Greeley, the last president of the American Unitarian Association, the first president of the Unitarian Universalist Association. Now, I don't know if there is any factual basis for this story, but it has reached legendary status. It is a myth. It is a parable, and as we all know, especially my colleagues, just because the facts may not measure up doesn't mean the story's not true. It is true to human understanding and human meaning. And here's how the story goes. The story, as I have heard it passed on from very reputable sources, is that Dana thought he knew all the Unitarian Universalists there were to know. But one General Assembly, he was crossing the hotel lobby, and he sees this person coming toward him with an outstretched hand, saying, "Dana! Dana!" And Dana obviously had no idea who this other person was. And he stuck out his hand, and he come up to the person, and he said, "And you are?" And the person said his name, and he said, "Well, of course you are." Of course you are. What an affirmation. John T. Crestwell. Of course you are. Who else should you be? Who else could you be? John Crestwell. Of course you are. John, we have got a long way to go together. You have got so much spirit. But you've got to hang on to who you are. We did not call you in this congregation, and as a voting member, I did not call you in order to have you be somebody else. I want you, we want you to be who you are. Now, with one foot in the center and one foot hanging over the edge, that's going to make a lot of people uncomfortable. We are going to be out of balance a lot. And you know, that's okay. That's okay. You got to be That's okay, but we want you to keep your eyes on the prize. We want you to keep that eye especially. We want you to keep that eye on the prize. We want you to share your spirit with us. We want you to hold on. We want you to be solid. We want you to be true to yourself, your family. And we got to find out what your family fed you. It is great to have you here. Help us keep our eyes on the prize. Help us hold on to our soul. Now is the accepted time, not tomorrow, not some convenient season. Now is the time to plant the harvest. Now is the time to plant that field. Don't wonder whether or not the seeds are going to grow. Plant the field. And help us grow. Help us share your passion, your spirit. Help us learn your soul. Now is the time. Not tomorrow. Not some convenient season. Now, John. Now is your time.